Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing a fully loaded Ford Bronco Badlands with the Sasquatch package. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Large Miller Ford Lincoln here in Provo for giving me some time with this Bronco. This particular one is still available for sale for the time being, so if you're interested, I'll include a link to their website in the description down below so you can reach out to them. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering this is the 2.7 liter turbocharged V6 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 17 around town and then 17 on the highway, with power outputs being about 330 horsepower and then about 415 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we go over the front end, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Now, starting with the hood, there's nothing too crazy happening. Obviously, you got the mirrors attached to the bodywork here, and we've got the trail markers as well. Cool LED lights here at the front. Notice you got the white Bronco logo front and center, and this one has the upgraded front bumper here. You've got the recovery points there, and then when it comes to ground clearance, it's about 11.5 inches with this. And putting it all together, this obviously has a really cool stance, being a Bronco and being a Bronco with the Sasquatch. So we've got 35s wrapped around 17-inch wheels in the front and over in the rear. If you guys are wanting on the specifics, 315 by 70 by 17. And this one has the beadlock capable wheels, which I think have a really cool look. And then look at the fender flares here. Of course, you got your Sasquatch logo, and we got the rock rail protection at the bottom. And when you put it all together, here is your full side view with the Bronco. Really cool stance here with the Sasquatch package. And lighting's not the best, but being a Sasquatch, we have the Bilstein position sensitive shocks. Now here's our key fob. We have our unlock function, or lock function, remote start, and we got the Bronco logo there on the back. Now popping into the rear, you got multiple compression points with this, which is always interesting to open. And then you have the glass, just like a Wrangler. Now storage space in the back of the four-door is really good. Of course, we've got the roll cage, which is painted. And so yeah, nice practicality. And when you're all done, just same order. Plop. Now here are the taillights on the Bronco, and you guys can see we've got the upgraded bumper in the back. You do have parking sensors here, recovery points. We've got the full 35-inch tall tire here on the back as well with the spare. And putting it all together, I think it has a really cool look. But let me know what you guys think about the design of the new Bronco Sasquatch. Now popping inside, this is pretty interesting with like the gray trim, and then we got some orange accenting as well. And that orange continues onto the seats, you guys can see here, which is pretty cool. And I guess we'll just pop in quickly. Ooh, kind of easy to get in. You do have to step up a bit, but here is the legroom. Got a little storage net right there. Window controls in the center. Got some charging ports as well. And then headroom back here is really good. And of course, we have a cup holder armrest. And now taking a look at the front door panel, you can see again, you got that gray trim here, and then look at the orange yet again. We do have blind spot monitoring with the mirrors on top of that. Now, for those of you that are wanting to do overlanding, here is your payload capacity, 886 pounds. And then here is the front seat. Notice the Bronco horse, and you can see the stitching and all of that. Seat is power adjustable. You got this for the hood latch release, your parking brake, your light controls. You got the grab handle here. It says Bronco on it too. So here is our steering wheel. You guys can see really nice trim all around. You got the Bronco horse in the center, some controls for the center stack. We do have adaptive cruise control with this as well, and I like how it's a little Bronco there with a tire on the back for that. But yeah, there's the steering wheel, and then you turn signal stock on the back. And then here is the gauge cluster. You guys can see you've got the big screen here that you can scroll through a bunch of different menus, see different bits of info on, you know, systems within the vehicle. And then we can also see our drive mode select here. So we've got normal mode, eco, slippery, mud ruts, sand, and then Baja, and then rock crawl. So this has all of the drive modes you need. Now another cool thing about the Bronco is the 360 camera system. So you can see out of every single angle with the Bronco. And that's just the rear camera. We also have the front camera that we can pop on as well. And then you can do like the tread lines with the camera system as well when you're in like forward low and everything. But anyways, as for the infotainment system, response time is really good. I like how it's a little Bronco there as well. You got the side screen here, which also responds really well. So overall, great system. Now above the infotainment system, we have our stabilizer bar disconnect, front and rear locking differentials, trail turn assist, stability control, hazard lights. So the Badlands comes with all the off-road tech. And then right here, you guys can see we've got our volume controls and all of that. We've got dual zone climate, heated seats, heated steering wheel. And we got some USB action with a wireless phone charging pad. Got your little Bronco plaque. And look at the grab handle here, pretty cool. Shifter for that 10-speed automatic transmission. And then we got some cup holders. Drive line select / drive mode select. So you twist for the drive mode, press the buttons for the drive line. This does have 4-wheel auto as well as 4-wheel high and 4-wheel low. And then your off-road cruise control. Window controls here in the center with our mirror adjustment. And then there's your center console. I do like the little orange accents all throughout. Anyways, Bronco logo right there. And then get the glove box. And I like this trim as well. It's pretty cool looking. And then we do have 6 auxiliary switches, which probably aren't coming up on camera very well. And then this one has the upgraded headliner and then obviously hardtop as well. So sorry, there's quite a bit of glare, so it's kind of hard to see. But anyways, 23 Badlands. This is a 334A equipment group vehicle. Got the 2.7. This also has obviously the Sasquatch package, which is now almost $5,000. Got the hard top, which is almost $2,000. Total MSRP on this is $68,065, which I know might sound like a lot, but if you get a Wrangler with the Extreme Recon, and you know that would be 2.0 turbo or V6, so those engines aren't as powerful as this engine. Leather interior, all the options, you're well over $70,000. So this is actually less than the Wrangler by a substantial margin. Let's drive it. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility of the hood. Both mirrors do have blind spot monitoring. And throughout the rest of the rear. And, well, let us set off. And in today's video, I hopefully want to answer the question of if you should go Bronco over Wrangler in today's market, because there's finally like a decent availability of Broncos, which is kind of funny because at the same time, the Wrangler that would compete against this, the Extreme Recon, it's kind of hard to get those. Like, I know because I, you know, obviously try to review them for the channel and I can never find them to review. Like, they're just gone. They don't exist. So I find that quite interesting. First off, you know, seat comfort with the Bronco, and this is coming from someone who owns a Wrangler, it's a bit better than what you have in the Wrangler. So I definitely do see that as a plus and a win for the Bronco. Is the fact that you have more comfortable seats. Now on top of that, this V6, it's got really good torque. Transmission just super snappy. And so when you compare this to the Wrangler's V6 or the 2.0 turbo, they have no chance. This powertrain's way better. Now when you bring in the 4xe, well, 4xe, that's an interesting one. So it does technically, the 4xe does technically have more power than this, more torque, but in real life, it doesn't necessarily feel that much faster because you have a hybrid system, right? So it's like the engine communicating with the electric side of things, and it's not always the most seamless with the acceleration and everything. Whereas this, it's just an engine, right? Just an engine and transmission. There are some turbos, obviously. Now, another benefit is the handling of the Bronco is so good. The Wrangler's kind of wishy-washy all over the place, whereas the Bronco, it's tight, right? It's got independent front suspension, so it helps out the handling quite a bit on road. And if you're doing higher speed off-roading, which the Wrangler just can't really do. Yeah, I love the dynamics of the Bronco are really good. Like, it's such, like, for the fact that this is a box, and it's a box you can take half the stuff apart, it's pretty well insulated, and again, it drives so well. Like, Ford did a really good job with just the tuning and everything on this. So to cap things off here with this Bronco Sasquatch, I think it looks great. I do like this interior. I like the upgraded interior. I think it looks really nice. These seats are very comfortable. And something that I really like about these particular seats is the fact that, like, you can tell with the material use, this is going to hold up really well over time, which I think is important for this type of vehicle, is just having something that's going to last a long time. And then when it comes to driving, it's quick, it's comfortable for what it is. The shocks are really good at damping. And yeah, there's just a lot, there's definitely a lot to love about this Bronco. So, you know, would I get this over a Wrangler with the Extreme Recon? I'd say yes, outside of the Wrangler 392, which is way more expensive than this. I mean, you're talking about $20,000+ more. But yeah, if you're looking at a V6 or a 2.0 turbo Wrangler, like, I feel like the Bronco's a no-brainer in that case. I know some of you will argue with me, but like, it's just this engine's so much better. I wish Jeep would give us, you know, a stronger engine for that, you know, the more quote-unquote baseline Wranglers. Like, put the Hurricane in it. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this Bronco Sasquatch. Let me know if you go Bronco Sasquatch or Wrangler Extreme Recon.